Hey, my mates. Thanks for the message, a little chat there, and a little bit of feedback. Okay. Yeah, look, I totally get you. Yeah. So obviously, I was starting to try and push you to a new level, and the timing of that was not sort of correct. And these sort of drills and stuff that I've given you, and these reps that I've given you, were a very deliberate way of doing it. And you kind of, at some point, sort of need to learn it like that, but it doesn't actually work like that. And if you try and do it or manipulate it a little bit too much on the golf course, it's going to go very wrong because you're going to be so out of sequence and obviously so out of sync. Okay, so I do understand that, so apologies. So let's just kind of simplify a little bit, get some feedback. Connection, as you say, a lovely, good word for us. We're going to use that in our warm-up. And then, yes, we're trying to swing the club sort of not so much out to in, let's call it, okay? We don't necessarily know if it's over the top yet, and we'll get into all of that stuff later. All right? Okay, so for our warm-up, okay, now you can kind of do this as a warm-up. You can do this in your net at home. You can actually just do this at home without even hitting balls, okay? But what I want you to do, okay, is I just want to kind of, as you said, simplify, but reconnect the circle to your torso. Now, although that torso is driven by the legs and the hips, okay, it's the torso that creates the circle and obviously the arms that hold the integrity of that circle. So what I want from you, okay, is just to kind of hold this club out in front of you, everything nice and straight, face square to you. That would be open, that would be closed, okay? And I just want you to make some sort of rounded looking baseball swings, and you're trying to feel nothing's wobbling around, the face is not moving, okay, and you're kind of staying with your arms in front of your chest. The club head can go behind your chest, but your arms must stay in front. So just kind of, okay, now when you do it naturally, you'll start to notice your feet and your weight shift and your hips reacting by themselves. So that's really cool, right? So just out here in front of you on a level plane. Okay, turning the chest to turn the arms, let that club move. Okay, and then you just kind of drop that into the golf ball and try and just create the same feel on a slightly tilted angle. Okay, so that's my feel. Okay, and then I just drop it onto that angle, try and make the same little feel. Okay, I was bored there. Okay, nice little circle. Right, drop it onto that angle. Okay, I'm trying to keep the length and speed the same as what I was having it out there. Okay, so that'll kind of just neaten everything up again for us. Okay, right, and then I've got two little drills here for you this week. Two drills. How I want you to do your drills this time. I want you to do your drills and then hit a couple of shots. Then do your drills and hit a couple of shots, and then you can switch to the other drill later. Okay, so we're going to go back to double knee flex drill. Okay, but we're going to have a slightly different reasoning and concentration point for it. Okay, so we go to double knee flex. So further from the ball, wider stance, extra knee flex. All right, and then what I want you to do, I want you to feel like you're making a sort of flatter, rounded swing. Okay, and obviously what we're trying to do is have less of this and this more rounded. Now, in the long term, I don't really want to do it too much on the backswing, but I just want you to get a feel for it. Yeah, so double knee flex drill with a sort of flattered, rounded feel. Okay, and seeing how much we can flatten that circle out, but keep it sort of one-dimensional and pretty simple, right? Okay, so double knee flex, wide stance, little flat one. Okay, and I want you to see where I exit there, really flat and rounded. Okay, and again, where we want to see the difference in the swing is over here, sort of end of the backswing, start of the downswing. Okay, but it doesn't matter. We'll look for those results later. Okay, we're going to just go double knee flex. Okay, nice sort of half or three-quarter rounded flat swing. Okay, and really finish it off. Okay, so do sort of 2 or 3 of those. Okay, and then obviously normal stance. And just try to feel the same thing. A slightly flatter, more rounded backswing or swing in general. Okay, what is it, like Shane Lowry type of thing? Okay, I think it'll feel like John Rahm, but probably look like Shane Lowry. Okay, so that's good for us. So it's going to promote rotation. It's going to promote that sort of shallow angle of attack, and again should sort of neaten and simplify everything back out again. All right, in the second drill, okay, we're going to do opposite direction drill. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start the club, and again, you can actually do this, in your net, but you can actually do this without golf balls even, right? We start the club about maybe 2.5 foot out in front of the golf ball here, okay? And we're going to swing. The idea is you swing our shoulders, arms, and club this way, okay? And while we're sort of going halfway this way, we're going to start the weight shift and the hips going in the opposite direction, back towards the target, right? So it's kind of like this, right? And what we're trying to feel here is we're trying to feel this reaction. There's this kinematic sequence of motion, that's what it's called, okay? Don't have to worry about it, go feel. But as the body changes direction and transfers energy, okay, we get this flexion in the right wrist and the shaft. Okay, it's kind of like when you're throwing a ball, it's that move there. It creates a lot of energy. Okay, now if you start to think about what I'd said about softening the swing and how we were doing one hand only swings, okay, that was to learn to feel the weight of the club head, get the flexion in the right wrist and the right elbow reacting. Okay, it's all leading up to this type of stuff anyway. Okay, so it does create nice sort of softness and energy in the shaft, softness in the golf swing, energy in the shaft. Okay, like when we're throwing. All right, but for us, okay, what it does for you, what it does is it also allows the club head to drop or flatten out. Okay, so that's why I would ask you to kind of do those deliberate drills where you're kind of putting the club there. All right, it was very much for this reason. Okay, now, again, I'm just explaining that. You don't worry about that. You just go on feel, get your feels and your natural talent and your rhythm back. Okay, all right, so it's opposite direction drill. We're starting there. As you're going this way, it's legs start the other way, and we try and feel this sort of slingshotty, okay, energy reaction in the right hand, okay, and in the golf club. Okay, so this little half ones starting out there. Okay, and you're obviously trying to feel this little bit of flare. Okay, it might feel a bit weird and slingshotty. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, just try and get that feeling. Okay, and as you get confident, the idea is obviously get that feeling and then try your best to return the club to the back of the ball. Okay, so start off with these little half ones, opposite direction. Okay, and as you get confident, kind of go further back in the backswing before you go opposite direction. Okay, so nice setup up there. Okay, and those should start to feel quite nice here and feel really good there. Almost feel like a little bit wild, like you've lost control. That's absolutely fine. That is the idea. Okay, again, you can do these without in golf balls. Okay, trying to feel really opposite direction and really soft there at the top. All right, and then again, once you've had a few of those and you're feeling good, then try and incorporate that into your golf swing. Okay, so obviously, I'm just thinking now that opposite direction will be easy for you. Most of my clients struggle with that one, but you like to start the club up here anyway, so it'll be easy for you. Okay, so focus on opposite direction. Legs are going that way. Arms, shoulders, and club are going that way, and we're getting this reaction happening here. Okay, and then obviously try and make some swings feeling the same thing. Okay, so feeling the same thing. So feel the legs go early. Even if the swing shortens out a little bit for now, it doesn't matter. Feel the legs going early and feel the reaction happening in the right hand and in the shaft. Okay. Okay, so those are your two drills. Like I said, this week what I want you to do your little warm-up. Okay, your little sort of circular connected warm-up. All right, and this week when you do your drills, do sort of 3 drills and a shot. 3 drills and a shot, something like that. Okay, so first drill, double knee flex with a sort of rounded swing. Okay, 3 reps and then a normal swing, and then opposite direction. All right, 3 reps and a normal. Okay, let me know how it goes. definitely do both of those drills with the driver as well, please. Definitely, definitely. And I'll talk to you later in the week. Okay, let's hope it's a better week. And obviously, we're leading into some good work over the upcoming weeks and months. Okay? Thank you, my mates. I'll talk to you soon.